What's up, guys? Blade Master here, back with some more Total War Attila online action. This is the Fall of Rome tournament between Armenian King and William Kaszanka from the SacredBand clan. This is round 2, and these are two absolute heavyweights, like I mentioned earlier in the previous match, which I've already posted. And I will also post the rules and the brackets in the comments and the description. One thing that is pretty strange before we get into the match is the faction choice from Armenian King for the second game. He has chosen the Franks over here, and he's taking Franks in a tournament battle is just so risky, and like they're just a pretty poor faction, all things considered. And the thing is, I don't know why he decided to pick the Franks, because if he won this game, he would have progressed to round 3, and in round 3 the factions would be reset, so he can choose the same factions again. So it's not like if he used Franks now, he would I mean, it's not like he was saving the good factions for later or something, because all of them would have been reset. He would have had access to them again. So anyways, he's taking the Franks, and Kaszanka has taken the Alans, and just like flattery, or what is it called? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Kaszanka has sincerely flattered Armenian King by picking basically a carbon copy of the build that he picked in the first game that worked so well. Kaszanka has taken 4 Germanic archers, he's taken 3 cheap Germanic pikes. He has brought a couple of Sarmatian warband, a total of 2 Sarmatian warband, 1 noble Germanic swordsman up in the center, a couple of Germanic levy, and really highly upgraded noble Germanic horseman. Okay, so I guess it's not exactly a carbon copy. I'm not really sure what Armenian King brought. It's been a while since I played it, or since I recorded that. But he's brought a lot of really high upgraded noble Germanic swordsmen. One horseman. One of Armenian King's Germanic archers already died from concentrated Germanic archer fire. I'm not really sure whom he's aiming for. He's aiming for the Sarmatian warband. Okay, but their armor at 53 is excellent, actually. I mean, I'm not really sure how they would fare up against archer fire. Anyways, he's also brought 1 Germanic nobles, that is William Kaszanka, and also with the Franks, 4 Germanic archers with 4 Germanic pikes from Armenian King. He's also brought a couple of Germanic spearmen, and a total of 4 sword Heerban, and 5 Germanic horsemen fully upgraded to triple gold chevron, and 1 Frankish general who's already taken a ton of casualties here. That's because they have only 42 armor. Excellent play here from William Kaszanka. He's killed off 7 units from the Frankish general already. Amazing play there. And he's just going to keep pulling back, I think. If he does that, then this is just brilliant play from Kaszanka. Anyways, the Sarmatian warband are going to destroy the sword Heerban, so he doesn't really need to worry too much. I think the Franks are going to lose this, and Armenian King is going to lose this just from the faction choice. Absolutely no chance for the Franks, especially with sword Heerban. Just one of the poorest units in the game. Probably if he brought Royal Unstrationis, they might have done better. That being said, I mean, if he can catch the Sarmatian warband quick enough with his Germanic horsemen, then he might have a chance, but I just don't see that happening. Germanic archers here dying very quickly. Again, he's focusing on the swords, because he knows that he has a huge disadvantage in the sword sword front, melee infantry front. So he's going to try and at least whittle down their HP as much as possible, but it's not really looking like it's doing much damage at all. 16, 11, 7 and 9 kills. Meanwhile, Kaszanka is doing a much better job, much more effective job with his archers. They've all gotten a lot more kills, and they've managed to snipe off quite a few number of the Frankish general too. Whoa, okay. So pikes on pikes on pikes. We have some pike on pike action. The Germanic pikes for Armenian King are starting to lose pretty easily to the Germanic pikes, although the other ones are also dying. So it's basically like both of them are going to die at the same time. 57, 42 kills from the sword Heerban because of their precursor axes, I believe. Yeah, precursor axes. Although they would be better suited to just using them on the Sarmatian warband. Maybe charging in with the sword Heerban and then immediately popping shield wall on them. That stuff works. That tactic still works in Attila, by the way. At least in my experience, it still works. So maybe doing that would possibly help them, but you know, I just don't see it. I don't see Armenian King winning this at all. The noble Germanic horsemen and with so many upgrades are going to completely destroy the regular Germanic horsemen for Armenian King. So I don't see him winning the cavalry fight either. So unless he pulls something really spectacular, I just don't see it happening at all. He's going to advance with one of his pikes here against the noble Germanic swords. And here he's going to entice the Germanic warband, or sorry, the Sarmatian warband to chase after. Ooh, nice, great job there by Armenian king. Although this is a bit foolhardy, just charging in with his Germanic horsemen, but that was an excellent use of those throwing axes by just shooting the rear of those Sarmatian warband. And now the noble Germanic horsemen have come in. Now, Armenian king is going to charge in. The same thing is going to go on here. He's going to move around with his Germanic levy, and then catch the noble Germanic horse, and then come in with his Germanic spearmen as well. He caught the Sarmatian warband and just completely slaughtered them. And this blob is eventually going to go in Armenian king's favor because he's got that Germanic levy there in support. Meanwhile, the sword hairband have managed to gang up on one noble Germanic swordsman and kill them off. And here, this cavalry blob is actually going in Armenian king's favor. Although the Germanic levy have routed, or yeah, they're basically broken at this point. And the noble Germanic horsemen are just going to win out against the sword hairband because of their poor melee defense and poor armor. They are going to start dropping very quickly. There you can see they're already wavering. Armenian king has done very well here, considering the faction that he brought. But again, because of the faction that he brought, he's just not going to play. He's not going to do very well. That said, William Kaszanka has played incredibly well with his archers. You can see the Frankish general here not getting a single kill and already dropping down to 40 men. Kaszanka has had an agenda against the general and just destroyed them. Like 20 units only left. Oh, sorry, 40 units left. 20 units killed by those Germanic archers. Some of them have already got an experience chevron. And now he's going to fire a volley onto these sword hairband. It's pretty surprising that they haven't dropped there because they're actually pretty poor. Their armor is pretty poor. As for the cavalry blobs, it's 2 against 1. One noble Germanic horseman against 2 regular Germanic horsemen, and the sword hairband over here is starting to support. They're all about to get a triple experience chevron, and these sword hairband are about to catch these Germanic archers, and now the Germanic nobles of Kaszanka is forced to come into the fight. This is a smart move from Armenian king, pulling away with his Frankish general here because he doesn't want to engage those noble Germanic horsemen. He's already got low HP and a lot fewer units than those noble Germanic horsemen, who are anyways better than them in terms of quality. This matchup is actually shaping up to be very, very close, which is very surprising considering the huge quality differential between the Franks and the Alans. Alans are probably the strongest faction in the game right now. And the Franks are probably one of the weaker ones. Definitely not the weakest. Definitely one of the weaker ones. Now the Germanic horsemen here getting ganged up on and destroyed. The sword hairband, after doing decently initially, have started to waver and rout. And now these Sarmatian warband are going to charge into the front of pikes, but that's really not that big of a deal. When the pikes are spread so thin, they are not going to be able to catch as many units. They'll actually die pretty quickly. Noble Germanic horsemen here, about to kill off this sword hairband, and Germanic archers here coming in to get a rear charge on them. Let's go ahead and fast forward the rest of this match while both of these guys start to reform. I think Armenian King's good. Yeah, he's going to try and show his spikes wherever possible. And he's still got quite a few cavalry left. Let's take a look at how many cavalry Kaszanka has left. Ooh, he's got too many. He's got too many. The sword hairband have come back from routing though, and if they can throw their throwing axes at one of these noble Germanic horsemen, then they would actually do really well. But one of them is wavered and routed. Whereas the Frankish general still has 40 units left. The other one is just shattered. Just goes to show how terrible these units are. The other one has only 7 morale left. Germanic archers charging into the front of pikes, they will not do well. These Germanic pikes have got 150 kills, and the other one has got nothing. But just amazing use from Armenian King. Trust him to use like the shittiest faction and then use the like terrible units in that faction and then do well with them too. So now the Germanic horse are going to charge into the noble Germanic horse over here, and the sword hairband. Ooh, there's a 70 unit sword hairband here that he needs to protect if he wants to win this game. He has to run away with them, but they're already exhausted, and then this unit has to come in and intercept it effectively enough and quick enough so that these sword hairband don't die. He should go ahead and start charging the general at this point, but there's just too many noble Germanic horsemen there to support. And this Germanic levy actually will do a lot of damage here. They've already got 30 kills, and this noble Germanic horseman for Kaszanka is about to die. And this noble Germanic horseman, Here, getting ganged upon by Sword Hairband and a regular Germanic horse. They've popped steady, which increases their, I think their shield block chance. Yeah, plus 10 missile block chance, plus 3 morale, and plus 15 shield defense. He's pulling away, and very smart move here from Armenian King, going to gang up on the Noble Germanic horse, but they're just too tanky at this point. And he's going to use his Germanic Spearman to try and kill off some of these Germanic archers. Meanwhile, trying to use his pikes to screen off the Noble Germanic horse, and they're about to get into the rear of his pikes, which is going to be very, very devastating, but he's got a Germanic horseman here that's about to intercept. This play by Armenian King is brilliant. This has been an excellent game. You know, I would never have expected Armenian King to make it this close, but he's done really well. I mean, not saying anything against Kaszanka. William Kaszanka is definitely an excellent player himself. And he did an excellent job at killing off the general. I think the general, the lack of HP on the general is really going to bite Armenian King in the butt right now. From 40, they're down to 30. They're going down to 27, 26. If the general dies here, this game is basically over. He should use the general to start charging into the Germanic archers here. Maybe cause a morale waiver. But then the Noble Germanic Horsemen will never rout. I think their morale at 60 is brilliant. Here, Noble Germanic Horsemen, despite being ganged up on from all sides, just not giving up. That's just simply, I mean, if you have a single gold chevron Noble Germanic Horsemen with their excellent morale, they will do brilliantly, I think. Especially with their discipline and courage traits as well. So they won't fall to morale waivers, unlike the Noble Germanic Horse. I mean, unlike the regular Germanic Horsemen, even at triple gold chevron, they do not have discipline or encourage, and that lack of morale actually kind of hurts them, which is why I don't really like to bring all 6 triple gold chevron. But here, coming back to the game, Frankish general dead. That is the result of William Kaszanka's constant peppering with archer fires right from the start of the game, and it looks like Armenian King is going to lose this game. He's going to lose the second game. Very well played to both Armenian King and William Kaszanka, but honestly, Armenian King could have done a much better job if he just picked the right faction. I don't really rate the Franks, and I think that's what really lost him the game. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this battle. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more. Peace.